my today will be. What today on the video will be, it's hard to say. I guess we'll see. Hello, this is Owen. Welcome back to DarkenEmber Forge. Today I'm going to be starting out by giving my tongs a little bit of a tweak, trying to get those a little more straightened up, a little more aligned, get everything working as best as they can. I'm hoping that'll be enough to solve the issues that I've been having with them twisting and turning and not wanting to grip solidly every time. Now there is something to say, these aren't riveted tongs, so they don't rotate specifically in one fashion. They can wiggle all over, and that's been causing a mess. Chances are I probably have my loops a little too wide open. I might be able to pull them in so they grip a little tighter. That might help. That might just make things harder to work with. I don't know. I feel like I kind of rushed them a lot in my creation. It was sort of a, I gotta get this done, I need a tool to do the thing. And I think that's really biting me. I know I'm filming the intro out here, but we're heading back down to the basement. Yay. An obvious place to start to me seems to be this twisted one. I have it way back here clamped for where the flat piece is, as I really want to get this adjusted to it. I'm going to tighten that up a touch from this side. Make sure I can still slide that through. Okay. And now for the tricky part. I want this piece directly underneath this piece. And I want the whole thing to be straight. From front to back, that is. Which seems to be the trickier part of the two. Basically just squeezing on this bottom one to get an idea how it hits or how it lines up looking down on top of it. And it's so hard to tell because right now it looks, well, obviously the jaws don't look that way, but from above it looks and feels close to perfect. And I know that can't be right. I just know it deep down in my soul. But I think, honestly, that might be that part for them. Maybe? Oh, I wish I knew what I was doing. Of course, if I already knew what I was doing, there wouldn't be much of a journey in this whole journey video, would there? Mostly sitting here squeezing these and thinking. And the thinking's just kind of going around in circles, not really getting anywhere useful. Partially being, is this angle going to be a problem? I seem to remember in the Collins video, these were more 90 degrees to the reins and the head. Also a little tighter to each other. That probably messed the whole thing up though, didn't it? Well, a little bit, yeah. Okay. But the bulk of these are done. This is just going to take a little minor tweaking, though before that I think we should get the bulk of the tweaking to this other one done. So try to get it a little more in line. Though half of the tweaking for this is going to need, God, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, I think I'll do the same thing just to make sure that this is in line. Well, do I need to do that? Alright, anyway, I'm going to heat this up. Oh, why did I not crank this in sooner after goofing off. Okay. Just on the off chance that I can see what's going on here, or make any adjustments at all. That just undid everything I did the first time. Ah boy, par for the course, I suppose. Oh my god, why didn't I think of that sooner? That feels like genius. Gotta get the right tongs here. What can I do with you in this scenario? How much heat do you have left? Not much, because I goofed off and putzed around and did nothing useful for a few minutes. But, you know, it's all part of the learning process, right? You try a thing, you go, why the heck did I waste my time on that? And you try something else, you go, oh, that's what I should have done in the very beginning. And eventually, you learn. My efforts to tighten it up seem to have made it looser than ever. Oh, what a world, what a world. Might be able to do a thing down here. I refuse to give up yet. Back to the fire. This isn't the right hammer for it. And I bent the whole thing. Hooray! Damnation. For that matter, that completely undid pretty much everything I've done so far. Yep, nothing like acting in haste and doing a stupid thing. It's always fun. It seems like a great way to drop a piece on the ground. Yep, these are going to have to come apart for a bit while I fix that mess I just made myself. You know, I believe in the beginning here, I don't think I have enough heat to force that. But wasn't I in the beginning here talking about how my haste made a problem for me in the past? Then here I go again, making problems with my haste. It seemed like a good idea until it wasn't. Hey, bugger. Okay, let's try it on this little anvil thing a neighbor gave me and see. I should have put it in the other way. Curses. Foiled by not knowing what I'm doing. Not knowing what I need. Okay, well, it's still wiggly, obviously. On the other hand, that's wiggly enough now, I think I can clamp it down, or not wiggly, I think it's at a point where I can clamp it and straighten it that way, if I get a little more warmed up. Basically tightening up this, tightening up my ring a bit. Hopefully not too much. Okay, once again, these are not at all aligned. Okay, that, on the other hand, is an issue that I can figure out how to solve. Actually, that's a relatively simple one, all things considered. By NPR. Okay, but I think this little hand-me-down anvil a neighbor gave me, I'll tell you that story, won't I, has served a good purpose today. I'm actually pretty pleased for giving me a small horn, a small bick to use, basically. I was just thinking I need a nice round bick for my anvil. Anyway, yeah, more heat and more straightening out. Nope, too far down. Up, nope, down. Ah, bugger and blast. Work, you dang things. There we go. Yeah. Will you hold the stupid thing? Of course not. Why would I expect that to work? Damn wolf jaws. Yeah, shit. I hate these tongs so much. No, don't roll away. Okay. That mostly undoes the damage to that one. Oh, this is getting warm. Crank faster, damn it. Okay. This is very awkward because they're both warm. I should have thought about that sooner. I hit a point where I realized I don't know what I'm doing. At a point where I really need to be doing something because I'm quickly running out of heat. And if you're keeping score at home, I still don't know what I'm doing. I needed to put the bend back in this one, but... crap. Trying to do too many things at once, aren't I? Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of looking in my kind of videos. Me looking at stuff going, what the heck do I do now? Or is this straight? Or is this even? With all those taper videos, a lot of, is this centered? I don't have enough heat to do this now. But I know what I'm doing now, at least theoretically. Like, wait a minute, how was I going to put the second bend in it? Crap. There we go. Give it a little wiggle woo so that these can be lined up with this being tight. Get the best of both worlds. All the things I need. Because that has to stack on top of it and this has to stack on the bottom. We're still not quite there yet. Is that just a case of moving this over? Boy, that does not look at all lined up. Which means it's probably better than I think it is, because my eyeballs sure haven't been doing me well so far. Actually, that's not looking all that bad. Is this actually getting to where it might actually work? Actually, think about it. Now to get this end straightened up so we can make these jaws fit. Straightened up, heated up. Blech. Can't talk. Yeah, what would have been smart to have that little piece of 1/2-inch square stock, so I could see when this is pinched all the way down if that holds. I do have something too big to try them in. Well, whoops. Too big, something that I'm kind of designed them to hold, theoretically. Alright, they're still not any easier to get to a thing. Probably because I haven't finished... Crying out loud. I haven't finished straightening out their jaws. I'll assume that's part of the problem. Quit rolling, you little bugger. Woo! Alright. Okay. So yes, it does hold the thing it was designed to hold so far. Trying to think if I can do any tweaks to these jaws, like getting this bend in here maybe on the other side, potentially. Or if there's anything else I need to do to keep them from wiggling around as I plink and plonk and clobber it around. If I kind of wiggle it in my fingers, wiggle, 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 let go, hold, let go, hold, and yeah, we rotate around a bit. Anyway, though, I want to say this is progress. I want to say that. I'm not 100% sure if it is so far. Yeah, I think I should go back to the idea of pinching them both, or pinching both of their reins together by the flat spots, and then adjusting the jaws from there. So I'm gonna heat up the jaws yet again. Okay, we have ends lined up. We have jaws in the vise. Jaws in the vise? No, we have reins in the vise. Whoop. Yeah, okay, let's, okay, good, most of that was scale. Let's just immediately break our reins a little. Jaws, dang it, why do I flop these around? I must be getting tuckered or something. Just kind of using the tongs to pinch those in a little bit. Though that's not really ideal. However, I did bring the 1/2-inch square, though I don't... Crap. Oh, come on, I put flat ends on you so you wouldn't rotate as easily. Okay, let's see here. Individually, how well do these grip? Or hold, line up? There we go. As you can't really see because my hands are making a big mess with all that light in there. It's not quite perfect. It looks good from that angle comparatively, but it doesn't sit down all the way into it as well as I would like. But I'm thinking a little more heat. I'm going to put a bend on the twisted side to somewhat match. And I'm going to try to get those jaws a little more even. I really, really wish I had a proper swedge. That would make life so much easier for me. Well, that seemed like a good idea, and then it wasn't. How the heck did I do that before? Now, butter and blast. Comparatively, the bottom side holds really well. The top side just does not have the right angles there. This needs squished in. Top's looking better there, but it bounced the bottom side out. I am certainly hoping that having that little twist so that the reins can be better lined up is going to make things a lot easier for me. Having the jaws a little bit tighter, a little more, well, a little more closely fitting ought to help as well. But I'm gonna go let these cool and try to plot and plan the next move and figure out what the heck we're doing from here on out. See you out by the cedars. I suppose it shouldn't surprise me that that was way more involved and complicated and time intensive than I expected. The whole idea of like, ooh, everything's going good, I should just pound on this right here and make it better. Well, you know, just kind of made it worse there, but I suppose that's a great example. Even when I'm trying to counteract my impatience, I'm still impatient and still prone to doing things a little more spur of the moment than I probably should. Especially in something like this where you should probably think out what you're doing before you do it, of course. My wonderful partner Willow gave me a great idea. As I was editing and watching back the previous videos, I noticed that I'd be holding the stock towards the anvil at about the right about the right angle that I wanted. And when I would swing my hammer in, I would like very carefully tip it to the angle that I wanted to hit it at. And I'd pull it back, straighten it out, and drop it down. So it was coming in practically flat as opposed to at the angle to match the angle at the anvil. Since I don't have a trainer here or even just, you know, a helper or somebody to stand by and go, nope, you're at the wrong angle. That one's better. Nope, you're still too low. Nope, you fell out of it again. Nope, nope. Okay, that one was good. Nope, go back. She suggested I should record them in very short chunks, like a little 30-second chunk. Record a 30-second chunk, put the stock back, just making tapers, just hammering on metal essentially. Do 30 seconds of trying to get a certain hammer blow and put it away, and then watch it back. See what I'm doing. Because if I do it for, you know, a minute, if I do it as long as the heat lasts, I'm just kind of reinforcing bad habits. If my hammer's off, it's going to be off that whole time, and I get more practice doing it the wrong way, swinging my hammer to the wrong angle. So if I can do it in these short little 30-second bits and pay very close attention and rewatch them, I will have a little more immediate feedback. Now, I'm suspecting this is going to be very annoying for me, like trying to do things in such short bursts, like, oh, I've got 30 seconds, boom, 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 boom. And even though I'm supposed to be going like slow and careful and making sure I'm getting the right angles and hitting it correctly, I know me, and I'm going to be panicking and going, oh crap, I gotta swing fast, and throwing metal every which way. So I'm imagining it won't be very fun to watch. I might, I don't know, share like the first one in the middle, and one at the end of each day. But I'm planning to do this for like, just as if it were a job. I want to do like an hour of practice just at the start of the day, every day, irregardless. Whether I'm making something cool or not that day, or making anything I want to add a video for, I just need to get more practice, more time in behind the hammer. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me on my journey of trying to correct my mistakes here and fighting with an annoying set of tongs that I apparently did not study the creation of hard enough before making it. Please like if you like, don't if you didn't. Leave a comment. Have you had this sort of situation where your excitement to do something causes you to do something hasty, which makes it irritating and then kind of curbs your enthusiasm? What do you do to overcome it? Keep it on. That's all I can do. As always, have a wonderful day. It's so weird putting on this right glove. It's so loose and supple and fresh and unworn and not burnt.